Hole 1 is a 310-yard par 4 that can be seen from Dunbar Cave Road, with two beautiful bunkers. With one bunker taking up a third of the fairway, makes for a challenging tee shot. If you can carry your tee shot 250 yards, take this bunker on directly. If not, hit a 200-yard shot off the tee somewhere short of the bunker and have a short iron in. The other bunker is located to the front left of the green, making you think about your shot if you miss left.